Hey guys, Jacob here. As you guys know, today we had Ubisoft Forward and we got to look at the new season, which is going to be Year 6, Season 1, First Rogue. As you guys know, Aaron Keener is alive and he is back and is part of the new season that we're going to be getting tomorrow, which is going to be June 11th. You guys can see the times here as well for your area, 9:30 a.m. CEST, 3:30 a.m. EDT, and 12:30 a.m. PDT. Server downtimes are going to be 3 hours, pretty much same as usual. And here's a picture of Keener for Year 6, Season 1, First Rogue, which looks pretty cool. Now we're going to hop right in and talk about some of the things we're going to be getting in the new season. And of course, we have Year 6, Season 1, The First Rogue. If you guys want to check this out, you guys can go on the Ubisoft forums and check this out on Twitter as well. There's going to be some links on their page you guys can click on. And we pretty much have a description of the new season. Year 5, Season 3 ended with a shocking revelation. Rogue Agent number 1 and sworn nemesis of the division, Aaron Keener, is alive. In her hunt for truth, Agent Kelso located him and decided to join forces with him. In the line between light and dark, Agent and Rogue keep learning as well as learn that Keener was working with Fei Lao to undermine the Black Tusk and neutralize the Hunter threat during the events of Warlords of New York. Keener is coming to Washington, D.C. and has sent an invitation to parley, but first we'll need to pass his twisted trials and prove our worth. An alliance with Keener and his rogues could be the key to stopping Natalia Sokolova and the Black Tusk. But what will be the cost? Can Keener be trusted? Is an enemy of our enemy truly our friend? Then we have the calendar, which is Target Echo, Hercules, Leo, Nyx, and then finally we have pretty much Keener. One in-game, which is going to be on June 11th. Then June 25th, we have the Crossroads Apparel event, and that's going to be about it for pretty much everything we're going to be getting in this, plus the premium track as well and some of the new exotics. One in-game, which is Year 6, Season 1, First Rogue, we are unifying the Division 2 and the Warlords New York DLC owners in one in-game. All owners of Tom Clancy's Division 2 will now be able to level up their characters to level 40 without the need to own Warlords of New York. Players will be able to keep leveling their characters beyond 30 in Streets of Washington, D.C. and reach the level 40 cap without any additional purchase. So if you guys don't have Warlords, you now can get to level 40. Upon reaching level 40, the in-game will be available to all agents, including all level 40 items implemented in the past years, seasons, and all other activities, leagues, global events, apparel events, manhunts, including the Year 6 Season 1 Rogue First Manhunt level, level 40 game modes, Summon and Countdown, and recently released Incursion Paradise Lost. So you guys will have access to all those items, and pretty much things like the Incursion and game modes like Summit and Countdown. Warlords of New York remains available in additional purchase, offering exclusive story content, New York's South Manhattan map, and special gear. World tier removal, which it looks like this is something I was not expecting. World tiers have been removed from the game. World tiers and gear score mentions have been removed from the game, including tutorials and various menu UIs. Keener's Watch is now awarded players level 40, no longer requiring owning Warlords of New York to unlock it. The target loot system is now available at level 40. Raids are now accessible at level 40. Control points alerts are now available for completing the title-based mission. Seasonal features such as global events, leagues, manhunts are now available to players at level 40. Legacy manhunts also will be playable. We recommend playing them in the correct order after completing Warlords of New York for maximum enjoyment. Global difficulty is now available at level 40. Specializations are now unlocked at level 30. You have gear score has been removed from the game, and exotic configuration no longer takes into account gear scores. Items quality have been rescaled and redistributed along one uniform scale, level 1 to 40, instead of having reset at level 30 as of previously. Item power and enemy power have been redistributed, including world tier power, which have been incorporated to levels 26 and 30. Players can now fast travel to DC from New York as soon as New York mission has been completed. Crafting new bench upgrades related to war tier difficulty have been removed. Superior high-end bench quality upgrades have been distributed to match new item quality level distribution. Adjusted the story invasion flow. Gear score requirements have been removed from the story-related invaded strongholds. Completing invaded missions is no longer prerequisite for story invaded strongholds. Weekly invasion will require invaded missions. Combinations. With the removal of world tier systems, the hardcore gear distinction combination will no longer be relevant and thus will be removed from the game. Players who have already obtained the patch associated with the combination will retain it, but new players will no longer be able to complete it. This compensates for removal. We are adding 5 new combinations to Descent. So if you guys have that item, it's going to be kind of a rare item, so that's pretty cool. New Descent combinations: Descent Loop 6 reward, reach Loop 6 3 times. Descent Basic reward, beat the Nemesis in Descent without equipping any exotic talents. Descent 50 reward, complete 50 loops in Descent. Descent High Roller, reroll talents 15 times in Descent. And Perfect Descent, defeat the Nemesis with a full squad without any 4 teammates going down during the run. Then you have the gear and weapon talents. Get ready to arm yourself with new weapons, gear in season 1 of Year 6. This features two new named weapons. Sorry, I can't speak today. A bunch of new talents plus gear sets and brand sets. Exotic-wise, you have one new exotic piece and one exotic weapon. The new exotic, which is the new Overlord shotgun, which has the talent Capitulate on it. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Hitting an enemy applies a stack of negative 4% movement speed for each pellet for 5 seconds. Shooting it again will reapply stacks. You have weapon stats and mods. Critical damage is going to be 15%, which is pretty cool on the optics. 15% reload speed, and the underbarrel is plus 20% weapon stability. This thing looks pretty cool looking. This is not what I was expecting the shotgun to look like. I'm pretty sure this is just a modified KSG from the looks of it, or a highly modified or tampered with KSG, but that's what it looks like. The new exotic gear, the Acosta knee pads, which I was not expecting to get more Acosta items. Vaulting, climbing, or dropping from the top of any object gives 10% movement speed for 3 seconds. After not moving for 5 seconds, receive 20% movement speed for 5 seconds. When affected by a status effect, a plus 10% movement speed is granted for 5 seconds. Max movement speed bonus is 20. The bonus is not stacked with movement speed bonuses from other sources. Negative 50 movement impairment penalty from status effects. That's what the knee pads look like. They are green and yellow and black. Then we have the new gear set, which is going to be Breaking Point. You have the 2-piece, 3-piece, and 4-piece, which this one's going to be rifle damage and marksman rifle damage, which is going to be 25%. The 3-piece is 30% headshot and 15% weapon handling. The 4-piece unlocks a new unique talent called On Point. Hitting a shot with a rifle or marksman rifle grants a stack. Reloading will grant 2% weapon handling and 4% weapon damage per stack for 10 seconds. No stacks are required while bonuses are active. The timer running out will refill your magazine. Switching weapons while the bonuses are active will stop the effect and refill your magazines. Switching weapons while the bonuses are not active as well will remove all stacks and refill your magazine. You have a chest piece and a backpack talent, of course, which is the chest bonus is going to be point of no return. Increase on point bonus from 10 seconds to 15. The backpack is point of honor, which increased point weapon damage from 4% to 6%. Then we have the new Zawadika SP brand set, which is going to be 1-piece, 2-piece, and 3. 15% magazine capacity for magazine size. 20% rifle damage, and 30% weapon handling. You have the named chest piece, which is going to be the Bobber talent, Permanent Trench. If you are below 30% armor, headshots from cover repair 30% armor. Cooldown is 2 seconds. Then you have the Eagle's Grasp attribute, which is the named gloves, 15% weapon handling. Then we have new named weapons and talents. The Thorn, Spaz 12, 3% amplify damage on next shot for each pellet that hits the target if at least 4 pellets hit. Like Glue, receive 3% amplify damage for next shot for each pellets hit, at least 4 pellets hit. Then you have talent Brazen, receive 3% amplify damage on the next shot if the weapon of each pellet that hits the targets if at least 6 pellet hits. So you have those, and then balancing existing gear. It looks like they increased the damage of the Diamondback and the magazine to 8. Talent Agonizing Bite, they did change it. It's now within 20 meters. If no enemies are within 20 meters, it marks the closest enemy to you. So it looks like they changed that. This is previously the Diamondback randomly marks an enemy, hitting the enemy consumes the mark. So now it's within 20 meters. Then you have the Apparel vent, which is the new one, which I'm not too sure what they're doing with this one. It looks kind of Mad Maxy, just a little. Also outdoorsy. I'm not sure what the color scheme or the theme is for this one. But I think this is about Crossroads, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Operation Crossroads Trilogy. Season 1 First Row, we are launching an apparel event called Crossroads. This apparel event will include items that will allow players to wear the attire from their favorite characters from Operation Crossroads Trilogy. Apparel event keys and apparel caches can be earned from following sources. 1 free key against all players, SHD level 1, key over SHD levels, direct purchase from premium credits as well. You guys can get stuff for that. And if you are a Year 6 Season Premium 1 Pass owner, you'll be granted 3 extra keys. The Season Pass, as you guys know as well, is going to be 1,000 credits for $10, depending on if you have credits already or just use money. But the Season Pass is going to be for the Premium Trek. Looks like that's going to be the first Rogue outfit for Year 6 Season 1 we're going to be getting. And we get 10 weapon skins, 10 gear dyes, 2 vanity item outfits this time, and 1 face mask. So there's no mask in this. I'm not sure what the mask is going to be. I'm shocked it is not something Keener related. Maybe the mask is, or the other vanity item, but I'm pretty sure this is one of them. It kind of reminds me of Jupiter's outfit from I think it was Season 1. So back when she wore that, that's kind of what that looks like. But overall, those are some of the things that we're going to be receiving in the new Manhunt tomorrow. Of course, there's a lot more. There's patch notes and stuff like that, which I will cover in a different video. If you guys are curious about that, if I'm going to be covering it, yes, I will be. But that's going to be all the stuff right now for the content we're going to be getting in Year 6 Season 1. Just kind of a overall quick view of it, just some of the main things we're going to be getting, and I'll be going into details on some of these stuff in another video. But I appreciate all the support. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in